Boston Celtics. Fuck, bro.
Oh my God.
As a Laker fan, my entire life, I have a Kobe tattoo. R.I.P.
Kobe.
The fucking Celtics almost swept the Dallas Mavericks, and I really want Luka and Kyrie to get that ring.
Right.
But the fucking Celtics, the corny ass Celtics, led by Jayson Tatum. Did you see all of the memes about him, bro?
Dude, Jayson Tatum is a superstar, but he has no personality of his own. He's not authentic.
He's like a build-a character, and then you like take things from all the other players.
Right, legitimately. All he does is just take other people. Say he tried to do to Kevin Garnett. Anything's possible. We did it. Then you took the Kanye West. Everybody was wondering what would happen if we didn't win. Like, fam, have your own thing to say.
And the shittiest thing is his delivery.
Terrible.
It was terrible because
there's no confidence.
The Kanye thing, I was like, oh, this was so corny, bro.
He even took Steph Curry's. Oh, what are they gonna say now? When Curry beat you to be able to say that. So everything about Tatum, it's so cringy, and I want to like him.
I saw a comment. It was so funny. It was like Tatum was about to be like, Cleveland, this is for you.
Yeah, he might as well. He might say that today because at the time of the taping, they have their parade going on as we speak. Might I add, I think Boston might be one of the few, because I don't know if any team had ever done it before. You won your championship at home.
Yeah.
They left to come to Miami to celebrate for 3 days and then went back to Boston. Is Boston that much of a shithole to where you can't celebrate in your own city?
Yeah, bro. I don't know. That's crazy, though. And, like, the thing is, the reason it hurts me the most is because they were tied with the Lakers for the most championships
17.
At 17, and now they have more.
Now they have more. They had 18. And although I've seen a lot of conversation about is it a fraudulent championship, I almost never apply an asterisk to stuff. But there was a ton of injuries, primarily in the Eastern Conference, because the Eastern Conference is very weak. Because for Miami, Jimmy Butler was hurt. So in the first round, you didn't see him. Now, granted, Joel Embiid said himself, we were all hurt, and myself included. Like, that, you don't count. Just like with Giannis, you guys didn't play against them, so I can't. Like, this fantasy booking kind of situation.
Yeah.
But when you played against Indiana in the conference championship, there was no Halliburton. Against the Cavs with Donovan Mitchell, he was gone for a couple of games. And then ultimately you ended up playing against Dallas, who they weren't undermanned, but you obviously had more talent. But kudos to you. You guys won.
Craziest thing, I think the Nuggets would have beat them.
Yes, I think the Nuggets would have handed them.
But they kind of had the perfect storm for them to win the championship.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but damn. And it's so funny because, like, everybody, I was looking at the internet, it seemed like the collective consciousness of NBA Twitter was like, this is a sad day for everyone. No one wanted them to win.
Because Boston fans are so insufferable. Yeah. Because if you really look at it, since the fall of the Berlin Wall, you've had two championships. You have 18 total titles, but only 2 this millennium.
They got all theirs when they were all plumbers. And
when they were legitimately Bill Russell and company, they done got 11. Then through the 70s into the 80s, you picked up about I think it was 5 more, so you got to 16. And then since '86 in Larry Bird's squad, nothing for 22 years. You finally get one in 08.
Kobe, against the Lakers.
And then once that was done, nothing but underachieving, and finally you're able to get it done, which kudos to you. Again, I don't want to take away from the championship for Boston, but let's call it what it is. 4 of the last 5 years, you're projected to go all the way. You won 1.
What makes it crazier is even with the Tatum shit saying, what are they going to say now? I'm like, bro, you were literally like the favorite to win the championship this year. I think everyone else was like had higher you would make more money betting on everyone else other than them. I think they were like a plus 300.
Like, you're not an underdog.
You
were the best team into the league. You were predicted 4 of the last 5 years. They were the team that was projected to go all the way, and finally you get it done. Jaylen Brown had an interview like 5 years ago with Taylor Rooks saying, we're going to win 5 championships. Well, you got to win 5 in 1 year because it's at the 5-year mark now.
The tweet was like they played that video. It was like Tatum. It was like Jaylen got 2 years to win 5 more rings.
Right. It's ridiculous. And what's funny about Tatum now, that now he's a champion and everything, and they did this with Steph Curry, and I thought it was foolish, but since that's the narrative, I'll just lean into it a bit. Jaylen Brown won the conference final MVP and the NBA Finals MVP. Tatum had gotten the conference finals MVP when it was first created 2 years prior, when he ultimately went on to go lose the finals against Steph Curry and the Warriors. Tatum has to get a Finals MVP to now put himself in that different conversation.
Jaylen Brown got it.
Because Jaylen Brown ended up getting it.
The issue with that team too, there's like identity issues. They don't know who's the guy.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be Tatum's team.
Supposed to be.
But they play your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn kind of basketball. And I'm happy for Drew Holiday. I'm happy for Al Horford, old ass.
I like both those guys too.
Yeah, so they was able to go and get the job done. But there's one last thing that I want to say regarding the finals. And it's very saddening because I think if you look at the ratings, the finals just have not performed the way it did.
Games.
Like, it's ass now. Because in the past, think about like that 2008 or even 2009 when Kobe got 4, or when they had the rematch, and then it was a
Bron and the Warriors. That like
life
the one that went
death.
to Game 7.
Yep, life or death.
That was fucking amazing.
Even in 2018 when the Warriors swept them, you still wanted to tune in for every single game because it meant something.
Right.
Now the promotion, it doesn't set it up like as if it was life or death, and I think that's that way across sports. Because if you remember the 2008 Beijing Olympics, you would have thought everybody was wearing America on the chest.
Yeah.
Nobody watched swimming before that collectively, but you was cheering on Michael Phelps like a motherfucker.
I mean, I was cheering. I like Usain Bolt too. He's
Exactly.
American.
I was applying to possibly be Jamaican for the summer just so I could cheer on Usain Bolt. Yeah. And then you again back to American for the ladies because Felix and everybody else was going crazy. But it seems like now with promotion, they just don't get it. You have to put it to where it's like, yo, everything's on the line.
They don't build narrative well. They don't build a narrative good enough anymore. Because at the end of the day, it's all storytelling. That's how it works. You have to have like a backstory to the event that's gonna happen, right? With the LeBron one, it's kind of like they build this LeBron narrative of like, oh, is he gonna be the greatest of all time? And then with the Warriors, it's like, oh, this team is like so electric.
Right.
Like they can build that up, and it's like two Goliaths going head to head for the fifth year in a row or something. They build that up. With this one, it's kind of like hard to build it up.
No, you know what's interesting? There's a lot of different story modes that they could have used. Because, for one, Kyrie playing against a team that pretty much cast him away. You could have leaned into the fact that, although Kyrie has grown a lot, you could have leaned into the fact that he stomped on the logo after they swept them 3 years ago. You could have leaned into the fact that Boston's on the verge of having the most titles of all time. Jerry West died during the finals. I'm not saying use somebody's death. But there's so many different ways that you can try to market to make people want to tune in. Because I don't think casual basketball fans tuned in for the final. Like, it was just the diehard people. Because if it's well, I don't like the Celtics, I don't really like the Mavs, I'll pass on the finals. But if you're a fan of the sport, you're going to watch.
Well, the thing is, like, this is the craziest part. I watched the first game. I saw the Mavs lose. My dislike for the Celtics didn't want to, like, put myself under that pressure. Like, if you know like a team's gonna lose, you're not gonna want to do it. So I'm there. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not gonna watch this. And
it was frustrating to watch too because it seemed like Dallas didn't know what kind of basketball they wanted to play. And Luka's effort on defense is just very sad.
He's a cone.
Because he's everybody gets around him. Like it's ridiculous. If you're not gonna play no damn defense, then I can't consider you. Because for me, I have him number 3 in the world right now.
Luka?
Yeah, he's behind Joker and behind Giannis. And I think I have him number 3 in the world right now.
But same.
If you don't play defense, it's going to be very difficult to keep you there. Because now that he's ascended, which is funny because Joel Embiid, despite getting an MVP and being dominant, you've never made it to a conference final. But the entire situation is now for Luka, the floor is the finals. So you can no longer win a couple playoff series, make it to a conference finals, and people say, hey, it's all right, we're improving. The moment that you make it to that point and then you lose, that's your new floor.
It's fucked because he's in a difficult conference. Like, the Nuggets are going to be around for a minute.
Yep.
I was, like, looking at it. I think Jokic, he's, like, younger than me, bro. He's, like, my age, which is crazy to think about. Like, he's going to be around for a minute. And that Nuggets team is a bitch. I think if the Timberwolves didn't beat them, they were going to go win the entire thing.
Probably, because I had them slotted because if they played against Dallas, I think they could have definitely beat Dallas. Yeah. And they would have, with the Porzingis injury that would have happened, it would have been a wrap. I think they would have got him in 5 games. Yeah. They would have probably got him in 5 games. But nonetheless, congratulations to the Boston Celtics. You guys are the champions, so we have to respect that.
I got like fucking 5 texts. People just texted me.
Yeah, no problem.
They sent me like a gifts and shit of the Celtics. I was mad.
Right. I look so curious. I'm so curious what the fuck that Tatum is gonna say at the parade. I know it's gonna be some cringy
Cleveland,
shit. I know it's gonna be some cringy shit. It's gonna be some fucking cringy shit.